Hey folks, it's Richard Cooper, and I'm on today with Tracy, and she's going to tell her debt freedom story. So I'm just going to give you a quick summary. I don't normally do it this way, but we've got it was just over $50,000 worth of debt, looks like, and you saved $28,725.62 and paid down settlements amounting to just over 25,000. That probably feels pretty good, right?
It does. Really does.
So, what was going on in life before we got involved? Because you just graduated recently. So, what
Yeah.
what created the debt? What options were you looking at?
Well, I'm a mother of two special needs kids, and my husband, he worked in the auto industry, and when everything crashed, he ended up losing his job. He was out of work for a good almost 2 years. We relied on credit cards to kind of keep us going, and the boys with extra costs and everything for them. We sat down one day and we had talked about bankruptcy, and then I was looking at online and about bankruptcy, and I actually saw your window pop up in the corner, so I clicked on it and decided to enter in my email address and everything to get information. We were kind of leery about it. We had looked into something like that before, and the whole fact of losing your credit and everything like that. But we were so far behind that we'd pretty much already lost our credit anyway.
Okay.
So we thought we'd give you guys a try. So we had originally, I think, talked to Mike, and then we were with Carl for a little while, and he kind of walked us through like what the program was all about, and answered all my phone calls and all the questions that I had, because I was just scared. Every settlement that we had, I was kind of scared. Okay, well, what do we do? I'm going to end up being dragged into court or anything like that. So yeah,
And
it was just something that we had just decided, well, we'll give this a try first, rather than, we didn't want to risk the chance of losing our house and losing our cars and everything with bankruptcy.
did you talk to a trustee about bankruptcy to see what it would cost and how
No,
it would work out?
no,
You were just doing your research
no.
online to find the information.
Yeah, I was
Got
just
it.
kind of, I had other people that had went bankrupt that had to pay, a certain amount. I think it was
Right.
like $1,000 or something to go bankrupt.
Right.
But I also knew that, again, you would lose your house, you would lose your car,
Yeah.
you would
Yeah.
pretty much lose everything.
So, did
And
you talk to your bank about consolidation? Was that an option that was available, or?
we had consolidated a couple of times actually throughout the years.
Okay.
Previously, when we were both making money, you rely on that amount of money all the time, and you think it's there all the time. So, you'll buy whatever you want to buy, and thinking, okay, well, I'll pay that off, sort of thing. And then when my husband lost his money, it was just like, oh my God, what do we do now?
Right.
It
Good.
was really, really scary. So,
It's tough, and I'm looking at your list of creditors here, and you had a few. You had. Is it okay if I tell people how many you had?
oh yeah, yeah.
15. Yeah. So, how many years did you get into the program for? Normally, when we set these up, it's 36 months. Was it a 3-year program for you, or 4-year, or 2-year? How long did you do
I
it?
want to say it was 4 year, because we had so much debt that
Right.
we were trying to keep the cost per month down.
Okay.
Um, but don't quote me on that. I don't have the paperwork or anything in front of me.
Okay.
But we just did whatever we possibly could to make it a reasonable amount that we'd be able to pay each month.
Got it. Perfect. So you paid a little bit less than half of what you owed. You're now debt free. You've graduated the program. They're all settled up. What does that feel like? Like, what's life like now for you?
Well, we're quite happy. We're sitting back thinking, okay, now we can actually start tucking money away. We've learned now through this experience that we don't need to have excessive amount of credit cards and high limits on credit cards or anything like that, because we've lived without them for the last 3 years and we've been fine.
Excellent.
So we're thinking now about the future of tucking money away for the boys, and for anything that we might want down the road, we can actually fully pay for
Good.
instead of financing it or anything like that.
And those
So
and those budgeting skills, is that stuff that you learned along the way as part of the program?
yes,
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
All right. Thank you very much. That's wonderful that you're able to
Yep.
share this story with us. I'm glad I'm able to talk today and
Yeah, and
hear you
thank
share your
you.
debt
And
freedom story.
yeah, Nirvana took over for Carl, and she was just wonderful through the whole thing. She's funny. She's just easy to deal with, and you've got really great employees there as well.
Oh,
So
thank you. I appreciate that.